Will Trump quietly ride off into the sunset, or do you think he might stick around for a little while? He'll receive a security briefing and have Secret Service guarding him and his family the rest of his life. The idea that Trump is just going to disappear in a puff of smoke ignores how much influence he held prior to being president. I mean, the man has like 88.5 million Twitter followers. In all honesty, I wouldn't be completely caught off guard if he and his team were to start some sort of alternative media outlet, to combat like the fake news that has even been coming out of formerly sycophantic Fox News. He's become a movement. One only needs to glance at a guy like Ron DeSantis for proof. And the mainstream news better pray he doesn't go anywhere because he's kept them on life support since he descended the escalator in Trump Tower. You have to wonder who they'll make their new boogeyman now that the evil orange man is expected to go to Mar-a-Lago. McConnell? There's only so many saggy neck jokes you can make before the American people will lose interest. We could have two presidents. Especially if the media can't quit Trump cold turkey. Neither of his sons had the swagger needed to appeal to Trump's full base. Apparently, neither did Trump this go around. And if swinging D. Don couldn't get it done, his endangered species-killing son doesn't stand a chance right now. We're quickly approaching Inauguration Day, and that could get pretty fucking stupid. The sitting president has yet to observe the president-elect's position as official, and Biden has been surprisingly quiet during all of this stimulus check hullabaloo. By the way, Joe has some of what CNN calls quote-unquote extremely ambitious goals for his first 100 days. Like by the end of that 100 days, he'd like to inject over 100 million people with the quickest produced vaccine in history. He wants people to wear masks in public for the first 100 days. And I think he wants to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. Just to name a few, there's a ton in there. There's a new strain of COVID coming out, but most people I typically would expect to freak us out about it are like, yeah, but the vaccine will work on that too. It's all good. Pfft. I think now that Biden looks to be on his way in, despite Vice President Pence thinking otherwise recently, even hard lefties are beginning to be like fatigued by the oversaturation of coronavirus invading their every facet of life. I don't know. Every time I think they've gotten all the mileage they can get out of this thing, something pops up. Like, for instance, the protests earlier this year. COVID was like a myth at that point. And then all of a sudden, when the media wanted it, they pulled it off the shelf, dusted it off, and put it back on the display case. I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever get back to the way we were. Like, especially that level of international travel. It's shocking to me that, like, after a year where elected officials were accused of xenophobia for shutting down travel, then accused for not doing it soon enough, and they want more money for everyday Americans and less foreign aid, and they want to go to work, it surprises me that they voted for Biden. I don't know. I guess I'm still in shock from that. It seems like now more than ever Democrats support America first as a principle. But, back to what I was talking about in the beginning. Do you guys think that it's a possibility we could have Trump remaining like a political figure, still shaping policy? Let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, I appreciate you listening. Thanks.